What's going on, everybody? This is Aaron with Quality Service Today, again here in Bevan, North Carolina. Just wanted to make a real quick video on sewer pump diagnosis. I'm going to go over a simple system. I kind of slapped this together for you to make a quick video. Hopefully eventually I'll get an actual on-site one. But this is sewer pumps, whether it's going, a lot of times this is going from the house to the city sewer. In some cases, you'll have a system like this for septic, going from house to the septic or from the septic to the drain field. Usually you won't see this basic type setup on a, going from a septic tank to a drain field. It'll be going from the house to the tank or from the house to the city sewer. This is, we call this a piggyback system. This is going to have, this has an indoor alarm. There's several different ways you can do it, but I'll jump right into it here. You're going to have, a lot of times you have a pump basin or a big tank in the ground. This system here is set up. The reason it's called a piggyback, and I'm using all Zoller pumps. The pump that's in this basin here is a PN 004067. Pretty good pump. The reason it's called a piggyback, I'm going to try to show this to you. This is your alarm float, or this is your on-off float, I'm sorry. This is your on-off float, this is your pump power. It plugs into the back of the float. A lot of times you'll see this in basements. I'm going over kind of if it's an outdoor application, but it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to have an electrical outlet when it's outside. They're going to run, you got an indoor alarm. I've got an extra one here to show you. You'll have a Zoller pick and pack on the wall, maybe in the laundry room. This is a pretty good alarm. I like this because it's good for easy add-on, especially if you got a sump pump. So they'll have two power sources going out to the pump station. You got 120 volt for the pump, and then you'll have power going to the alarm. So, your alarm's going off in the laundry room. Means this float at the top kicked on because the pump station got too full. So first thing you got to do is you're going to come out here and you're going to take the cover off of this. I'm going to get up close here so you can see what. So you got your cover off. The first thing you want to do is, we're just going to unplug everything for now. We're going to check and make sure we have power at our receptacle. You should have 120 volts coming into the receptacle in the box. So we got 120 volts there. Of course, our alarm has power. The alarm went off. You will see people jump this off of the pump power. The reason you want the alarm to have separate power is if the breaker trips to the pump, due to whatever, maybe it burned up, it jammed up, whatever, the alarm can still go off. Usually it's going to be a smaller wire. I just have 12-2 plugged in here. So we got power coming in. The most simple thing you can do right quick is you can unplug the float and plug the pump directly in. And the pump will come on. If you can't hear the pump, say you can't feel the pipe, a lot of times you put your hand on the pipe. This is a diagnostic tool I made. It's just a male and a female. You plug your pump into there. You plug that into the power. Turn your meter on amp draw, because you can't check amp draw on both. So you make this plug so you can split it. All right. So you got this set up. I'm drawing 9.5 amps. The pump's not working too hard there. There should be an amp draw on this pump here. Oh, it's 9.4 amps, so, but it's not really working too hard. We know the pump's not hot. We know the pump kicked on. So the next question is, okay, does my float work? The float in the tank, if it's tipped up, the alarm went off, So we'll plug that in. We're not getting any amp draw now with the float plugged in behind it. So I know that either that float is bad. It's going to be a float like kind of similar to this. When it tips up, it causes it to kick on. Either one, that float is bad, or that float got hung in the down position. So at that point, I'm going to have to pull the pump, disconnect my power, because I know the pump's coming on. It's either a bad float or a hung pump. But that's the easiest way to test it, is just plug it directly in. This tool right here really helps you out. It's pretty handy. It costs a couple bucks to make it. Maybe I'll make a video on how to make this. But it's more or less a male and a female plug, just to jump so I can get on one of these wires and test it. So at that point, that's how you diagnose a piggyback system. I hope this video helps.